These are 5 things that you should avoid doing when you're using Canva. Let's dive in and take a look. The first one is when you come over to your design and you start thinking, right, well, I want to use this element, this element, this element, and this element. And before you know it, you've got too many elements that don't actually match with each other. Remember the phrase KISS, keep it super simple. That's the polite version. There's another version that's not so polite, but I like to use the phrase, keep it super simple. It comes down to understanding what the design principles are and making sure you've got balance in your design. The first design is this one here, and this just kind of speaks volumes to what I'm saying about keeping it super simple. There's beauty in simplicity. This design just says it all. You've got some really nice simple flowers here that kind of give that simple smile, and then you've just got some really simple words. You're not trying to crowd it with too many elements in one design. Also in this design you've got alignment, so it's all aligned centrally and it's not just kind of like off to the side, because that would be too jarring to the eye. Another great example of using alignment and also hierarchy in a design is if you look at the design of posters. This one here, particular in Canva that I found, is advertising a local food festival. You can see that this has got alignment down the center. You can see that the elements down the side here are drawing your eye in down to the bottom, so you can see when or where the actual event is. But when you first glance at the poster, you're first going to read what the festival is about. It's a local food festival. We've got the date that then next stands out. And when your eye starts to first glance this poster, you're going to take in that information really quickly, really easily. It's going to be like, oh, local food festival in 2023. It's in May, between the 6th and the 8th of May, and it's at this time. And then you're going to be able to remember the name of that. You can go home and Google it or whatever else you want to do. But also, if you're near the poster, you're going to be able to see what's on offer at the poster. And also, more importantly, as I say, that design is actually drawing your eye down towards where the actual festival is going to be. So that's the first thing that I want to cover, is keep your designs super simple. Keep it super simple. The next thing I think you should avoid doing in Canva is thinking you can create a website. And don't get me wrong, you can create some amazing, really simple websites, and they're really good for things like portfolios and really simple things like that to show off your designs, or if you want to have really simple social media links, because you can just put that link in your bio. But if you're wanting to do anything more or grow your business with a website, then avoid using the Canva website, because you're not going to be able to do things like put in their tracking cookies or add in their sign up email boxes. You won't be able to add in there the option to sign up and buy templates and things like that. And that's why I use Squarespace. The video is not sponsored by Squarespace. You might have been expecting that one, but video is not sponsored by Squarespace. But Squarespace are somebody that I use for my own website. I find them really easy to use. Now, I've used things like WordPress and all sorts of different templates on that. And the problem with those is you then have to keep updated some of the apps and the plugins that you use on there. Whereas if you use a service like Squarespace, it's all updated and kept secure in the background. And there's also some amazing help if you do get stuck. So do check that out. I'll put a link down below. Number 3, stop selling templates that are in the Canva library. So many people out there think that they can just take an element or take a template from the Canva library and plunk it on somewhere like Etsy or some other selling platform and just start selling it and take it from there. You're actually stealing content from Canva creators by doing that. By all means, come into Canva, create your own templates, create your own designs, put them on things like Redbubble, although that's controversial right now because of their new fees that they've introduced. But you've also got things like TeePublic. If you come into Canva, you've got all these design inspirations, but you can't just take these and put them on a t-shirt. Use them as design inspiration to go away, create your own designs and sell that on a t-shirt instead. Check out the terms and conditions on Canva as to what you can and can't do. I'm not here to offer you legal advice. But one last thing on that, and that is if you create your own designs, that's going to give you something to stand out in, and you're not going to just look like everybody else. Number 4, and that is to stop using just Canva free. I know sounds obvious, but there are so many features that you're missing out on by not trying Canva Pro. I do have my normal 45-day trial of Canva Pro down in the description below, and also over on my website. You've got things like background remover, you've got the new magic eraser that is a Canva Pro feature, but also let me show you this one. If you come into Canva, you'll see that you've got the background remover, magic eraser, and you'll see the Pro options because it has the crown. But if you come in and you have some text, this is just some text that I grabbed from ChatGPT earlier on. If I come over to the Canva Assistant, you can see now I could choose to summarize this text, expand this text. I can choose to rewrite or edit this text using Magic Write, and these are all Pro features. So if I just click summarize this text, you'll see it'll go away and it'll shorten that text to something a little bit shorter for you. You can then, if you wanted to, come over and rewrite the text, it's going to rewrite that for you. You can also go in there and give it some design prompts. I've done a whole video on this, on all the new features in Canva, which I'll link up here for you and also down in the description, or also at the end of this video. And tip number 5, before we come on to the bonus tip, I do have a bonus tip for you, so do make sure you stay around for the bonus tip. But tip number 5 is to stop thinking you can get and sign up to Canva Pro for lifetime. Canva do not offer a lifetime Pro account. If you do see the offer of Canva Pro for lifetime, or a lifetime offer of Canva Pro, that is not something that is offered by Canva. Never has been, never will be. That's something that they have told us many times in the past. It's not something that they offer, and you are just being scammed out of your money, and you will lose access to that account in the future. So if you do want to try Canva Pro, there is the 45-day trial of Canva Pro down in the description below. And that brings me on to tip number 6, bonus tip, and that is to make sure you click like and subscribe on this video. I release weekly videos on how to help you become a better content creator, not just Canva, but also other programs out there that are going to help you become a better content creator. I've got some amazing tips coming up for you, but also over on my website, if you are interested, I do have an introductory offer to my Canva course for beginners, and also I'm working on a Canva course that's going to help you create video inside of Canva. I've got an introductory price on that over on my website, so do make sure you check that out down in the description below. Like, subscribe, do all those things, and until next time, thank you very much and bye for now.